Hey everyone, this is Simon again from SocioScholar. Building on our previous lessons on classical sociology, today I'm going to talk about the key themes in classical sociology. This will be my last lesson on classical sociology, by the way. Today's lesson is going to be a rather short one because, as you can see, I'm moving to a new home. Because sociology graduates are absolutely wealthy and change homes for fun. Haha, let's go. The first theme that fascinated classical sociologists, and I'm going to talk about, is modernization and industrialization. Classical sociology emerged during a period of rapid social change brought about by industrialization and urbanization. As the quiet rural lifestyle gave way to bustling industrial cities, early sociologists sat up and took notice. Emil Durkheim, for instance, deeply studied the effects of these seismic societal changes, particularly noting the shift in traditional social bonds. Think of society as a river that's always flowing and changing. That's how most classical sociologists saw it. While thinkers like Herbert Spencer held a more evolutionary view, seeing societies as organisms that naturally evolve from simple to complex forms over time, Marx believed society evolves because of a constant struggle between the rich and the poor. This conflict doesn't break society down. Instead, it helps shape it. Every disagreement, every conflict we experience today paves the way for tomorrow's society. Emil Durkheim and Ferdinand Tönnies, among others, investigated what serves as society's glue. Durkheim highlighted shared values and norms in his concept of the collective conscience, while Tönnies made a distinction between community-based, or in his words, Gemeinschaft, and society-based, or in his words, Gesellschaft, social ties. I know I'm not pronouncing Tönnies correctly, but that's the best I can do. The dynamic relationship between individuals and society drew attention from sociologists like Max Weber and George Herbert Mead. Weber focused on how individuals' actions and interpretations can shape society, while Mead examined the development of self and identity in a social context. Emil Durkheim saw institutions like family, schools, and governments as the wheels and gears that keep the society machine running smoothly, but he also recognized that sometimes these very gears can get jammed. For example, when an institution's rules don't match with what society believes is right, it can create disagreements and even conflict. Weber also examined institutions, but from the perspective of his action theory. He emphasized how institutions can both influence individuals' actions and be shaped by them. His bureaucracy theory is an insightful exploration of how a specific institution can function. The biggest name in speaking of functions is Herbert Spencer, but let's keep him for the lesson on functionalism. Let's think of culture, values, and beliefs as a secret sauce that spices up the society stew. This was one of the things that fascinated classical sociologists. Weber looked at the Protestant ethic and said, "Hey, cultural beliefs aren't just ideas, they can turn society upside down." On the other side, Durkheim took a magnifying glass to religion and found that our shared rituals and beliefs are like a secret handshake. They bring us all together and make us feel part of the team. Got any thoughts on other themes or sociologists that we couldn't squeeze into this quick lesson? Especially those thinkers who aren't typically in the limelight. Share your insights in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So, yeah, this was the last lesson of a classical sociology series on SocioScholar. The next series will be on functionalism. By the way, don't forget to do the quiz on what you learned today. Now I need to stop horsing around and start boxing up my life. There is still much left to do. See you soon.